Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be jumping into Unit 2, the very first day. And the focus of what you're going to be learning about today is about the Chesapeake and the Southern colonies. Now, generally in a regular history class, such as your regular U.S. history class, you're not going to hear much talk about the Chesapeake colonies. They tend to group them in with all the Southern colonies, then you have the Middle colonies and the New England colonies. You're going to see, though, that the Chesapeake colonies kind of develop first and are different in a variety of ways from the Southern colonies. Now, the reason why they are called the Chesapeake colonies is because, simply put, they are next to the Chesapeake Bay. These are going to include the colonies of Virginia and Maryland mostly that surround that. Maybe you could say later Delaware, but really the focus is on Virginia and Maryland. Now, the reason they are grouped together is because they are similar in that both Virginia and Maryland had a lot of plantations during this time, usually for cash crop. Tobacco would be what they have. They also started using indentured servants, and then later, after 1619, really the 1640s, would go to using primarily slaves for their labor in these areas. So you're gonna have the Chesapeake colonies, again, a little bit distinct from the other Southern colonies. Now, the reason why it is so important to understand these different colonial groups in America is because you're going to see that these different colonial groups, they differ for a variety of reasons. For example, all three major groups of the colonies, there's different reasons for coming there. In the Chesapeake and the Southern colonies, primarily people came to make money. You go to New England, primarily the people who come there are for religious freedom and other things like that. Middle colonies is kind of like a hodgepodge of why people came to those colonies. So you're going to see that these differences are very important because they are also going to affect the later United States and even today. So you might wonder, why is the South and the North so different? Why in the South do we like sweet tea, and the North they like unsweet tea? Why are the accents different? Why are there other things, different ways of saying things? For example, I have family, my wife's family is from Michigan. They call soda pop. Here, generally, most people call it soda. You go farther south, people call it Coke. Everybody calls it Coke. So we still see those differences today, and some of them go all the way back to colonization and the different groups that you have coming here to the colonies. So really, by the end of the day, you should be able to see that difference of the Chesapeake colonies, what made the Chesapeake colonies different. And also, we're going to see the success of the Jamestown colony. As I alluded to in the introduction for this unit, Jamestown as a colony really struggled to get off of the ground. In fact, the Jamestown settlers were on a boat leaving the Jamestown colony. They had decided to desert it when a ship came in, the Sea Venture, and basically saved the colony and kept it from collapsing. So with the success of Jamestown, you're going to see the flourishing of English colonies here in the New World, and that's going to be kind of what finally opens the door to lots and lots of groups coming over. You're going to see less fear of the Spanish that I had talked about with the first unit, how colonists were so scared of the Spanish coming over. You're going to see less fear of that. So enjoy this unit, enjoy learning about the Chesapeake colonies and the Southern colonies. After all, we do live in the South, so it's good to know some of the history so we can understand why the South is the way it is today. So enjoy it and have a great one.